The second shadow, Marcus's flat, felt different in the gray light of Monday afternoon. The minimalist furniture that had seemed elegant yesterday now felt sterile, clinical, a surgeon's space designed for function rather than comfort. Alex stood at the floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking Mayfair, watching rain streak the glass while her phone burned in her hand. "This isn't over, Alexandra. Emma was just the beginning, a friend." The message had arrived 3 minutes ago. 3 minutes since she'd allowed herself to believe the nightmare was finished. 3 minutes since she'd let her guard down. "Alex." Marcus's voice came from behind her, rough with exhaustion. "What is it?" She turned. He stood in the doorway to his bedroom, still wearing the clothes from the warehouse rescue. Rumpled button-down with blood on the collar, trousers creased and stained. The bruise on his jaw had deepened to purple-black, and his gray eyes were shadowed with fatigue. But his posture was alert, protective, ready. Another message. She held out the phone. Marcus crossed the room in 3 strides, took the device, read. His jaw tightened. "Fuck? Eloquent. What do you want me to say?" He handed back the phone, ran both hands through his dark hair. "That I'm not surprised? That part of me was waiting for this?" Alex felt something cold settle in her chest. "You expected this?" "Not this specifically." Marcus moved to the window beside her, close enough that she could feel his warmth. But Emma's confession didn't add up. The technical sophistication, cloning key cards, installing custom malware, coordinating surveillance. Emma's a barrister, not a hacker. She has a computer science degree from Oxford. Undergraduate, 10 years ago. Marcus turned to face her. The malware Sophie found was professional grade. Emma might have had the basic knowledge, but not the skill to execute something that's sophisticated, which means someone helped her. Alex's voice was flat. Or she was helping someone else. Her phone buzzed again. Another unknown number. Poor Emma. She really thought she could have him. But you and I both know the truth, don't we, Alexandra? Some people are meant to be together, and some people are just obstacles. Alex's hands shook. Marcus took the phone gently from her fingers, read the message, and his expression went cold. "We need to call Detective Okonkwo. Now. And tell her what? That we have another anonymous texter?" Alex heard the hysteria creeping into her voice, fought to control it. "Emma's in custody. We have no other suspects, no evidence, nothing but..." "Alex." Marcus caught her shoulders, his surgeon's hand steady and warm. "Breathe." She did. Once, twice. The panic receded enough for her to think. "The phrasing," she said slowly. "You and I both know the truth. It's not threatening me. It's including me. Like we're conspirators. Or like they think you'll understand their perspective." Marcus released her shoulders but stayed close, which means they know you well enough to believe you share something with them. A connection to me, obviously. But what else? Alex's legal training kicked in, organizing the chaos into structured analysis. Assume the sender is female. The messages reference Emma in third person, and the original calls used a female voice. Assume she knows both of us personally. The surveillance was too intimate, too detailed. Assume she has technical skills Emma lacked. Her phone rang. Not a text this time, an actual call from an unknown number. Marcus and Alex stared at each other. Then Alex answered, putting it on speaker. "Hello, Alexandra." The voice was female, crisp, unfiltered. No distortion this time. "I thought it was time we talked properly." Alex's breath caught. She knew that voice. Not well, but she knew it. "Who is this?" A laugh, light and musical. "Come now, you're a brilliant barrister. Surely you can work it out." Marcus mouthed something at Alex. She shook her head, trying to place the voice. Professional. Educated. London accent with slight... What? Northern influence? Manchester? Leeds? "The messages mention Marcus," Alex said, keeping her voice steady. "Which means you know him. You're jealous of our relationship, which means you want him for yourself. And you had the technical skills to help Emma with surveillance and malware." "Oh, I didn't help Emma." The voice turned cold. "Emma helped me, the poor, lovesick fool. She was so easy to manipulate. Tell her I'd help her get Marcus back, feed her obsession, give her the tools, and then sit back and watch her destroy herself trying to separate you two." "Why?" Marcus's voice was hard. "What did we do to you?" "What did you do?" The laugh returned, sharper now. "Marcus, darling, you really don't remember, do you? 3 years ago, the conference in Edinburgh, the hotel bar." Alex saw Marcus's face go still, then pale. Rebecca, he whispered. There we are. The voice, Rebecca's voice, was pleased. I was wondering if you'd forgotten me entirely, though I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. You forgot me rather quickly after that weekend, didn't you? Alex looked at Marcus, saw guilt and horror warring in his expression. Marcus? Rebecca Chen, he said, his voice hollow. Sophie's cousin. She was at the Edinburgh conference 3 years ago. We spent the weekend together. I thought it was casual. I thought it was the beginning of something real. Rebecca's voice was bitter now. But you disappeared back to London and never called, never texted, never even acknowledged what we'd shared. And then, 2 years later, I see you at Sophie and Natasha's engagement party, wrapped around Alexandra Morrison like she's the only woman in the world. The pieces clicked into place in Alex's mind with horrible clarity. You were at the engagement party. Last year? I remember Sophie introducing us. You're in tech. You work in cybersecurity. Senior security analyst at Sentinel Systems, Rebecca confirmed, which made it so easy to build the surveillance network, to hack Alex's laptop, to coordinate Emma's obsession into something useful. Poor Emma. She really believed I was helping her win Marcus back. She had no idea she was just my weapon. You framed her, Alex said. You let her take the fall for everything. She committed the crimes. Alexandra. I just facilitated, provided the tools, the encouragement, the detailed plans. Rebecca's voice was light again, conversational. Emma broke into your flat. Emma cloned Sarah's key card. Emma leaked the case files. I merely gave her the technical means to do so. And when the police arrested her, well, I was devastated for her, naturally, but also relieved that the nightmare was over. Except it's not over, Marcus said. You're still here, still threatening us, because you still don't understand. Rebecca's voice hardened. Emma was the trial run, Marcus, the proof of concept. She proved how easy it is to destroy Alexandra's perfect life, her career, her reputation, her sense of safety. And now that I know the formula works, the line went dead. Alex and Marcus stood frozen in the sudden silence. Then Alex's phone buzzed with a final text. Check your email, Alexandra. Both of you. I've sent you a preview of what's coming. Consider it a professional courtesy, one lawyer to another. You have until Thursday to make your choice. Marcus walks away from you permanently, or I release everything. And I do mean everything. Rebecca Chen. Alex's laptop was still in her bag from Chambers. She pulled it out with shaking hands, opened her email. The message from an encrypted account was already there, sent 3 minutes ago. The subject line read, The Real Marcus Ashford. Marcus moved behind her as she opened it. The email contained a dozen file attachments, photos, videos, documents. Alex clicked the first photo and felt her stomach drop. It showed Marcus in a hotel room with a woman. Not Rebecca, someone else. The timestamp was from 18 months ago. 6 months before Alex had reconnected with Marcus at the legal conference. The next photo showed Marcus with a different woman, different hotel, 3 months earlier. The third photo, Alex, I can explain, Marcus said, his voice strained. Can you? She scrolled through the attachments. A dozen different women, 2 years of photos, hotels across London, Edinburgh, Manchester, and beneath the photos, documents, credit card receipts, hotel bookings, text message screenshots. I told you I had commitment issues, Marcus said quietly. I told you about my pattern of serial monogamy, but before I met you, before we reconnected, I went through a period where I wasn't in relationships at all. I was just, I don't know, lost, using casual encounters to feel something, anything. Alex forced herself to look at him. His face was anguished, but honest. Did you know these women were being photographed? No. God, no. Marcus ran his hands through his hair again, a gesture of frustration and shame. I had no idea Rebecca was tracking me, documenting everything, building this arsenal. She's been planning this for 2 years. Alex's voice was numb. Since your engagement party. Watching you, watching us, waiting for the right moment to strike. Her laptop chimed with a new message. Another email from the encrypted account. Imagine these photos released to the tabloids, Alexandra. Prominent surgeon's secret sex life exposed. Morrison and Blackwood barrister dating serial womanizer. Your firm is already vulnerable after the Emma Wright scandal. This would finish you both. But it doesn't have to happen. Marcus simply needs to end things with you. Publicly. Completely. A clean break, effective immediately. He tells everyone you were a mistake, a rebound, nothing serious. You go back to your separate lives, and these files stay private. You have until Thursday at noon. 72 hours. I'll be watching. R. Alex closed the laptop, her legal mind already racing through options. She's using the same playbook as Emma. Surveillance, blackmail, ultimatums. But this time, she's learned from Emma's mistakes. She's staying remote, anonymous, untraceable. We call Okonkwo, Marcus said. Show her everything. The messages, the emails. And prove what? Alex stood, began pacing. Rebecca used an encrypted account. The photos are old. None of them show her taking them. She could claim someone hacked her computer, stole her files, or that she was just documenting Marcus's behavior for personal reasons after he hurt her. There's no proof she sent these emails. Sophie could trace them. Sophie is her cousin. Alex stopped pacing, met Marcus's eyes. Rebecca knows we'd go to Sophie for help. She's probably planned for that too. Marcus crossed to her, took her hands. Then what do we do? Alex looked down at their joined hands, his large and steady, hers cold and trembling. 3 weeks ago, she'd been alone, safe in her isolation. Now she had Marcus, had allowed herself to be vulnerable, and it had nearly cost him his life, was costing them both their privacy, their reputations, their peace. Maybe she's right, Alex heard herself say. Maybe we should end this, before anyone else gets hurt. No. Marcus's voice was flat, absolute. That's exactly what she wants, to drive us apart, to punish me by taking away the first real relationship I've had in years, to punish you for having what she thinks she deserved. But if we don't comply, then she releases the photos and we deal with it. Marcus pulled her closer. Alex, I'm not proud of my past. Those women, it was empty, meaningless, a way to avoid actual intimacy because I was terrified of being hurt again. But you changed that. You made me want to try, to risk being vulnerable. And I will not let Rebecca Chen take that away because she's bitter. I didn't fall in love with her 3 years ago. Alex wanted to believe him, wanted to be brave enough to fight. But she'd spent 3 years rebuilding herself after David, and the thought of having her private life exposed, her relationship dissected by tabloids and gossip columns. Her phone buzzed. A text from Natasha. Just heard from Sophie. Her cousin Rebecca is asking questions about you and Marcus. Says she's concerned about you after the Emma situation. Something feels off. Call me. Alex showed Marcus the text. He swore softly. She's already making moves, he said. Positioning herself as the concerned friend, building her narrative. Another text, this time from Sophie. Rebecca wants to take you to lunch tomorrow. Says you need support from women who understand professional pressure. I told her you were busy, but she's insisting. What should I tell her? Alex's legal instincts crystallized into strategy. Tell her yes. Marcus stared at her. What? I'll meet her for lunch. Let her think she's winning. Alex's mind was racing now, seeing the angles. She wants me to see her as an ally, someone who understands. If I refuse, she'll know we're onto her. But if I agree, she could be dangerous, Alex. Emma kidnapped me. What's to stop Rebecca from what? She's not Emma. She's calculated, patient. She's been planning this for 2 years. Alex pulled out her phone, texted Sophie back. Lunch sounds lovely. I could use a friendly face. Where and when? The response came within seconds. Rebecca suggests the Wolseley, 1 p.m. tomorrow. She's already made a reservation. The Wolseley, Marcus said. Public. Upscale. Lots of witnesses. Exactly. Alex looked at him. She won't try anything physical. This isn't about violence. It's about psychological warfare. She wants to see me break, wants to watch me squirm, wants me to beg Marcus to walk away. And instead, I'm going to figure out what she really wants. Alex felt the familiar calm of courtroom strategy settling over her. Because this isn't just about you, Marcus. If it was, she would have targeted you directly. But she's focused on me, on destroying my career, my reputation, my sense of safety, which means I'm not just collateral damage. I'm the actual target. Marcus studied her face. What are you thinking? I'm thinking Rebecca Chen has spent 2 years building this revenge plot. 2 years of surveillance and planning and manipulation. That's not normal jealousy, Marcus. That's obsession. And obsession always has deeper roots. Alex opened her laptop again, pulled up LinkedIn. Rebecca Chen's profile showed an impressive career. Cambridge computer science degree, 10 years in cybersecurity, current senior analyst at Sentinel Systems. But there were gaps. A 6-month period 3 years ago with no employment listed. a previous position at a tech startup that had folded under mysterious circumstances. I need to know who Rebecca really is, Alex said. Not the version Sophie knows, not the professional persona. The real woman underneath, because people don't become this twisted without reason. Her phone buzzed again. Another unknown number. Another text. Smart girl, meeting me for lunch. I look forward to our chat, Alexandra. We have so much to discuss, like why Marcus really chose you over me, and what I'm going to do about it. See you tomorrow. Wear something nice. R. Alex showed Marcus the message. He read it, then pulled her into his arms. I'm coming with you, he said. No, she'll expect that. She wants you there, wants to see us together, wants to feed her narrative that you're under my spell. Alex leaned into his warmth, allowed herself a moment of weakness. I need to face her alone. Show her I'm not afraid. But you are afraid, terrified. Alex pulled back, met his eyes. But I'm also angry. And I'm done letting other people's obsessions control my life. Emma nearly killed you because she couldn't handle her feelings. I won't let Rebecca do the same thing. Marcus cupped her face in his hands, his gray eyes fierce. Then we fight. Together. You meet her for lunch. I'll work my contacts in the medical community. Rebecca had to get her surveillance equipment somewhere, and tech like that requires professional-grade suppliers. Someone will have a record. And I'll call Richard, Alex said. The firm has investigators on retainer. If Rebecca has secrets, they'll find them. They stood together in the gray afternoon light, rain still streaking the windows, holding each other like anchors in a storm. Alex thought about the message from 3 weeks ago that had started all of this, the first threatening text that had shattered her careful isolation. She'd been so afraid of being vulnerable, so convinced that opening her heart would lead to disaster. She'd been right, in a way. Loving Marcus had brought danger, chaos, threats. But it had also brought this, the feeling of being held by someone who refused to let go, even when letting go would be easier. The knowledge that she didn't have to face her demons alone. Thursday at noon, Marcus said quietly. 72 hours. Then we'd better get to work. Alex stepped back, pulled out her phone, dialed Richard Morrison's private number. He answered on the second ring. Alex, I was just about to call you. Patricia Ashworth's office contacted me an hour ago. She's moving forward with the civil suit. We need to meet first thing tomorrow. It's not Emma, Alex interrupted. Or rather, Emma wasn't working alone. We have a new problem, a bigger one. She heard Richard's sharp intake of breath. Tell me. As Alex explained, Rebecca, the surveillance, the ultimatum. She watched Marcus move to his laptop, already pulling up contacts and databases. They were doing this, fighting back, together. When she finished, Richard was silent for a long moment. Rebecca Chen, he said finally. Sophie's cousin. I met her at the engagement party. Brilliant woman, charming. I never would have suspected. Neither did we, which is exactly why she's dangerous. Alex looked at Marcus, who nodded encouragement. I'm meeting her tomorrow at the Wolseley, 1 p.m. I need everything you can find on her by then. Employment history, financial records, past relationships, anything that might give us leverage. Alex, if she's as unstable as you say. She's not unstable, she's methodical. That's what makes her terrifying. Alex moved to the window, watched the rain. Emma was driven by emotion. Rebecca is driven by calculation. She won't do anything rash, but she will destroy us slowly, systematically, unless we stop her first. All right, I'll call our investigators immediately. But Alex, be careful. We don't know what she's truly capable of. After she hung up, Alex turned to find Marcus watching her with an expression she couldn't quite read. What? You're magnificent when you're strategizing, he said. Absolutely terrifying. I'm glad you're on my side. Despite everything, Alex felt herself smile. We should probably eat something. It's been... She checked her watch. 14 hours since breakfast. I'll order in. Chinese? Thai? Anything. I don't care. Alex sat on his sofa, suddenly exhausted. The adrenaline was fading, leaving behind bone-deep weariness. Marcus ordered food, then sat beside her, pulled her against his chest. They sat in silence, listening to rain, while London rushed past outside. Marcus, Alex said quietly. Those photos, the women, I need to know. It was after my divorce, he said, 5 years ago. My wife left me for her colleague. Told me I was too focused on work, too emotionally unavailable, too afraid of real intimacy. And she was right. So I went the opposite direction, became the opposite of unavailable, slept with anyone who showed interest, convinced myself it was freedom when really it was just another way to avoid getting hurt. Alex turned to look at him. When did it stop? About 6 months before we reconnected at the conference. I woke up one morning in another hotel room with another woman whose name I couldn't remember, and I realized I'd become exactly what my ex-wife accused me of being. Empty, hollow, going through motions without feeling anything real. He stroked her hair, his touch gentle. Then I saw you at that conference. You were giving a presentation on medical malpractice law, and you were brilliant and fierce and completely yourself. And I remembered why I'd noticed you 18 months earlier at that first conference. Because you were real, authentic, not playing games or wearing masks, just you. I was wearing plenty of masks, Alex said. I still am. Maybe, but with me you let them slip, and that terrified you, which is why you avoided me for 18 months. Marcus smiled slightly. I'm not upset about it. I understood. I was terrified, too, of wanting something real after so long pretending I didn't need it. Alex closed her eyes, let herself feel the truth of his words. Rebecca's going to use those photos to paint you as a player, a womanizer, someone who can't be trusted. Let her. I know who I was. I know who I am now. And more importantly, he tilted her face up to his. You know, that's what matters. Alex wanted to believe him, wanted to believe that love and trust could survive this second wave of attacks. But she'd believed that before, with David, and it had shattered her. Her phone buzzed. Another text from the encrypted number. TikTok, Alexandra, 71 hours and counting. I hope you're enjoying your time with Marcus. These might be your last moments together. Make them count. R. Alex showed Marcus the message. He read it, then deliberately took her phone, turned it off, and set it aside. No, he said firmly. She doesn't get this time. These hours belong to us. We'll fight her tomorrow. Tonight, we just exist. Together. Alex looked at this man who had been kidnapped because of her, who was being blackmailed because of her, who was facing public humiliation because of her, and who was still here, still choosing her, still refusing to let her face this alone. Okay, she whispered. Together. They sat in the gray afternoon, rain falling outside, danger circling closer, and held each other while the clock ticked down toward Thursday's deadline. Somewhere in London, Rebecca Chen was watching, planning, preparing her next move. But for now, in this moment, Alex let herself be vulnerable. Let herself lean on someone. Let herself believe that maybe, just maybe, she deserved to be loved, despite the chaos that love brought. The food arrived. They ate in comfortable silence, too exhausted for conversation. Then Marcus led her to his bedroom, and they lay together fully clothed on top of the covers, wrapped around each other like survivors of a shipwreck clinging to debris. Alex's last thought before exhaustion claimed her was of Thursday. 71 hours. 3 days to find Rebecca Chen's weakness before she destroyed everything. 3 days to prove that love was worth fighting for, even when fighting meant risking everything you'd built to protect yourself. 3 days to become someone who didn't run from danger, but stood and faced it head on. In the gray afternoon light, with Marcus's heartbeat steady beneath her cheek, Alex Morrison made a choice. She would not be Rebecca Chen's victim. She would not let fear win. She would fight. And she would win.
Thanks for watching our stories. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more epic adventures.